Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Empowered Psychology Podcast. My name is Cristela, and I am the founder and the host of Empowered Psychology. Empowered Psychology is an educational platform and community that gives a voice to those with visible and invisible illnesses with the goal of helping others overcome adversity and create their dream lives. Thank you so much for being here today. So let's just get started. Today we're going to be covering a super important topic, and it is how to properly advocate for yourself in the healthcare setting. So in my previous video, I went over step 1, which is to know your worth. And if you haven't seen that video, I strongly suggest you go see that video. I shared my testimony and how powerful God is and how amazing God is and how He showed me how to know my worth, which then transcended into me properly advocating for myself. So today I'm going to be sharing the 5 steps on how to properly advocate for yourself. So let's get started. Okay, y'all, make sure y'all get a piece of paper and pen and write these notes down, read it, and honestly integrate it into your mind so that you can conquer whatever illness that you're going through, especially from my lupus conquerors. So step 1, as I already mentioned, is to know your worth. If you don't know your worth, how are you going to properly advocate for yourself? Seriously. I need you to really ask yourself that question. How am I going to properly advocate for myself if I don't even know my worth? Knowing your worth is so crucial for this process and for life in general. So the beauty about these 5 steps is that it can translate into any aspect of your life too. But you have to know your worth. So knowing your worth will give you the mental and emotional clarity based on love to properly voice your needs and say what you deserve. What do you deserve? You deserve to live a life full of vitality and safety in regard to your emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical health. That is what you deserve. So step 1, know your worth. Step 2, become aware of what your healthcare provider's responsibility is. Okay? Your healthcare providers are responsible for taking care of you. Guess what? You're the boss. You're the boss. When I realized this, I honestly was in disbelief because all of our lives, we are conditioned to see doctors as these honorable people, which they are. They are the ones who are ethical and actually love people and actually want to heal people. They are honorable people and they know everything. But the truth is that they are not the ones in charge. You are the one in charge. They wouldn't be there if it wasn't for you. So you are the boss. And you are going to them. You have basically hired them because in the US, we pay a lot for healthcare. So you basically hired them to do what? A job. And their job is to take care of you. So you need to realize where you stand in the equation and in this setting, in the healthcare setting. You are the priority. You are the boss. They are in charge of your health, helping you get to where you want to be. And if you're watching this video, I hope it is to get into remission because I did it. And if I did it, you can do it too. With all the hell that I went through, I did this. And when I realized that their responsibility was to take care of me, that is the standard I held them at. So 1, I already knew my worth, right? I established my worth. Took a few months, but I established it. And then 2, I knew what their responsibility was. I already had a standard. That is just a very strong foundation now that I think about it. Knowing your worth and realizing and being aware of what the physician's responsibility is. And it is to take care of you. And on my Instagram, if you want to check it out, I posted Harvard Medical School's protocol for how they train their doctors. So if you want to know what standards should I hold my physician to, go look at that post. All right. So like I said, you are the boss. Therefore, you do not need to feel intimidated by your doctors. You do not need to feel intimidated. Okay? They are there for you. I'm going to keep saying that. They are there for you. Okay? You have the right to voice your needs and hold your providers accountable for doing their job. And their job is what? To take care of you. Now, step 3. This is a crucial step, and that is to be clear and intentional about your health goals. What are your health goals? I really need you to sit down and evaluate and answer that question. What are your health goals? And as we know from studying goal setting, it is very crucial if you want to reach a goal to be specific and intentional. So in my case, it was to get rid of this illness. Now, we all know there's no cure for lupus yet, God willing, but it is important to identify the symptoms that you are experiencing, because lupus is such a complex illness and it looks different for everybody. How lupus affects me is not the same way it affects other people, but your power lies in understanding how it affects your body. When you understand how it affects your body, that is when you can be clear and intentional about your health goals and tell these providers, hey, these are my symptoms, okay? For me, during my second flare, I had severe arthritis all over my body. I have arthritis all over my body, and I'm experiencing hair loss. And due to the chronic pain that I'm in, I'm actually going crazy. I'm angry all the time. And my goal is to, 1, get rid of the arthritis. 2, somehow recuperate my hair loss, at least keep it from falling out more and start growing my hair back out. And with that, I won't be angry anymore. I won't be sad anymore. So I went in there with intentional and clear health goals. Guys, clarity, intention, and communication is going to determine the outcome of your healing. Clarity, intention, and communication with you and your healthcare providers. That is going to determine the outcome of your healing. And it is super important for you to understand and know what your health goals are. You must be clear with yourself and your providers about what your goals are in regard to your health. So, 1, you already know your worth. 2, you already understand that you are the boss and your healthcare providers are there to take care of you. And 3, you are clear about what symptoms you are experiencing, what your health care goals are, and you are establishing that with your providers. And now you're going to keep open communication about it. And this is where we go into step 4, which is your plan. So now you have to make sure your plan of treatment is based on the solution to your problems. Okay? A lot of people are sick because their doctors, I guess their plan, first of all, they don't even understand what a plan of treatment is, because you're going to these doctors with really, I would say, false ideas of what that interaction should be like. And I'm literally telling you what the interaction should be like. And you have no idea. It's like all of y'all are freestyling, honestly. And I know this because I experienced it. It's like, oh, okay, we'll try this. Oh, okay, we'll try this. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, we'll do it. No. Time is everything. Time is everything. And when you're dealing with an illness like lupus, you cannot let time pass. It is literally life or death if you let time pass. Quick. And that's why it's so important to establish this standard and know this information. This is life-saving information. You see, so a lot of y'all don't even have a plan. Well, that's why you need to be intentional and clear about your health goals, so then you can make a plan. Okay, what's our plan? What's our plan, and what's the best way that we're going to put these symptoms to an end and put me into remission? Say it like that with confidence, because you matter. Your life, your quality of life matters. And we're not going to let an illness that is treatable, lupus is a treatable illness, get in the way of that. No, we're not doing that. So your plan of treatment needs to be centered on putting an end to your symptoms so that you can live a life you deserve. So 1, you know your worth. 2, you're the boss and you understand that your healthcare provider's responsibility is to take care of you. 3, you are clear and intentional with your health goals and you communicate that with your providers. And 4, y'all come up with a plan of treatment to put an end to your symptoms and put you in remission. Now, the doctors are going to provide you with the medical care that you need and hopefully the accountability and everything else, but you also have to do your part. And I'm starting to realize that to conquer an illness like lupus and many other illnesses, it's very, very mental. It is very mental because you have to be willing to change your lifestyle in all aspects. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all aspects. And it's not small changes. It is big, big, big changes. You have to be, there's a lot of work that you have to do to be able to understand yourself, your body, and to be able to conquer these illnesses. So yes, the healthcare providers are going to provide you with the treatments on a medical standpoint to get into remission, but you also have to put your part in. You cannot be wilding drinking every weekend. You cannot be smoking cigarettes and vapes. You can't be doing drugs. You can't be staying up all night. You can't be around toxic people. You can't be around toxic situations, because toxic situations and toxic people and things like stress, that will kill you way before a cigarette or alcohol. You have to make transformative life changes in order to conquer this illness. So you have to do your part too. And if you're working one with God, with yourself, and with a team of providers who know what they're doing and care about you and are focused on putting you in remission, you're going to conquer lupus. I promise you. I am living proof of that. This illness almost killed me twice. And this is how I got out of it. You have to do your part. And I promise you, it is hard and it's a journey, but it is worth it. And look where it has me. I am free. I don't experience this illness doesn't affect me, honestly, because I am diligent. I am dedicated to my quality of life. And where did I get this strength from? God, my support system, and by doing the work, putting my part, and holding people like my healthcare providers to a standard. And that is based off of what? Knowing my worth. So that is step 4. Make sure your plan of treatment is centered on putting you in remission. Okay, y'all, and now step 5, the final step, and that is to keep open communication with your providers. You are not being annoying by updating and communicating with your doctors. Now we have portals with our doctors where we can send them direct messages. Do not feel like you're being annoying by updating your doctors. You need to update your doctors, especially when you have an illness like lupus, because lupus, at least for me, and because this is important to understand how the illness affects your body specifically, but my lupus is either on or off. Okay, I'm either 100% fine or I am severely ill. So because of that, I don't take any chances of, the illness progressing. So I'm constantly updating my doctors every 3 months, I would say, on average. I see them probably 2 to 3 times a year. And so that is super, super important, especially if you are going through the healing process. When I was going through the healing process and I was going through my lupus treatments, I was talking to my doctors every week. Why? Because I wanted to make sure that I was going to get into remission. And that was the only way, was to keep open communication with my doctors and keep reinforcing the plan. And what was the plan? To get into remission and live my best life. Okay? So following these 5 steps, I conquered lupus. Okay, guys? And if I can do it, you can do it too. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video and for coming and supporting my platform. And I really, really hope that you take this information and apply it and go free yourself, okay? I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.